was the first one to carry the gospel when the angel brought the news of that precious little boy. Mary was the first one to carry the gospel, and that news brought joy, sweet joy. And that news brought joy, sweet joy. And that news brought joy, sweet.
From the top floor of the Science Center, you can get a sense of a very big horizon, a sense that the beauty of creation, God's creation, matters at Gordon. And I hope that years from now, I'll be able to see Dorothy Borse and her students wading through the marshy edges of the pond to study wetland creatures. If you look out the window the other direction, you get a grand view of the quad. Gordon's quad, which as many of you probably know, was once a polo field. And it is unusually large for a college campus. And I've always loved that the center of this campus could embrace so much life. I hope that years from now, we will still see snow forts being built. And I hope we see some new buildings along the quad. Some more updated dorms, some new academic spaces, perhaps the theater somewhere in the distance. And yes, perhaps a new student center. But I also love these views because of their symbolic power. When we say we are Gordon, I hope you will feel a part of a college that has a large center and a big horizon. Of course, you may not always be able to gather with friends and toss frisbees around the quad, but this is now a connected world, full of social networks. And I hope when we say we are Gordon, we are thinking about the links that will last for life. Friends that you met here who will provide comfort and counsel during tough times in difficult years ahead. Classmates who will inspire you with their lives of service. And we, the faculty, are linked to the vistas and horizons that you have, the journeys that will take wings from this place. Our proudest moments will be the imaginative and courageous things that Gordon people will do in the name of Christ. I know we will be proud to say we are Gordon when I see poems written by Gordon graduates in the New Yorker, paintings in churches and museums, bills written by Gordon students in Congress, or simply learn that a Gordon student, a Gordon grad, has volunteered time to write community development plans or legal briefs for the underprivileged. I know I will be proud to say we are Gordon when I hear in a couple decades that a student from Lynn who was tutored by a Gordon student has gone on to complete a doctorate or patented some significant discovery. I hope in the years ahead that Gordon's educational programs have reached into new corners of our world, into places like India and Romania, Brazil and Singapore. And I hope there will be churches around this world that feel that they are partners with us in ministry and service, and that these international churches in their own way can say, we are Gordon too.
It seems like compared to some of the other schools I've seen, I'm coming out of this school well prepared for the future, with a strong background in my own field.
I think Gordon's a lot about teaching us what a worldview looks like and what a Christian worldview should be in comparison to the rest of our culture.
So I take social classes and econ classes. They don't always agree, but that has been so helpful to me vocationally. It's really trained me in to go through a path of peace and reconciliation and to be able to validate each story and each side. That's the beauty of a liberal arts education.
I think back to Professor Mason's poverty class and just being able to be around a man who's studied poverty his entire life and has a heart for the poor and a heart for the Lord, but also a mind for economics, and watching him put those together has just been inspirational to me and has helped me to see maybe what I would like to do with my life.
Right now, women's ministry is starting to grow, and last year there was probably only a handful of us meeting, and this year I've just watched it grow and watched more women come together and just praying together and encouraging one another.
There are over 120 million children in this world without access to school or an appropriate education. We need to open doors for them, not close them.
I'm going to law school. I feel like there's a need for integrity in law.
There's a giant need of economic empowerment around the world, and
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon. There's a need for people who are passionate about children and their education to work to bridge the gap between general ed and special ed.
I will serve.
I will serve.
I will serve. There's a need for integrity in marketing.
I will serve.
And there's a need within the world to share the love of Christ and to share the gospel.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
And I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I will serve.
I'm ready to serve.
We always look at ministries outside and people from foreign countries or the youth group, but
The ministry that Christ was doing was all about restoration, restoring them physically, emotionally, restoring them back into society. And as a Christian, I feel myself hopefully bringing restoration physically through medicine.
I'm studying business because I want business to be my ministry. I want to take it overseas and have business provide opportunities and jobs for people who are in need.
ministry is so much more than just a position being filled or a destination to get to. It's a lifestyle.
There's a desperate need for isolated Christian communities to be in unity for Christ.
There's a need to serve Russian people in America.
There is a drastic need to serve in orphanages.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I will serve.
I will serve.
I will serve.
I will serve. There's a need to serve in marine biology.
And there's a need for Christian outdoor educators.
There's a big need for honesty and good examples in between here.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I'm Gordon.
And I serve.
I will serve.
I've been accepted to be a student at Yale Divinity School beginning this fall. I will be studying the history of Christianity, pursuing a master's in religion.
Hopefully going to Sri Lanka and getting to communicate with a church body there, and also be connected with some physicians in that church body.
I'm going to Tufts University, where I have a full fellowship to pursue a doctorate in computer science, more specifically human-computer interaction. And on the side, I'd like to actually do a little bit of journalism, looking at the intersection between science and faith.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon.
I am Gordon. The dream of mine is to be an entrepreneur in India in the coming days.
My goal is to be a high school guidance counselor, and I see a need for Christians in the high school community.
There's a need for Christian international education.
There's a need for a Christian presence in travel writing and freelance journalism.
There's a need for quality Christian influence in the creative arts.
There's a need for communication directors in nonprofits.
And there's a need for Christian counseling.
I am Gordon.
I will serve.
I will serve.
I will serve.
I will serve. I am Gordon.
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 I will serve.